Welcome, trainers, to the Pokésphere. We're your destination for in-depth Pokemon news, community discussions, and editorial content. We're passionate about this franchise, and we're here to share our insights and connect with fellow fans. So let's talk Pokemon. So, once again, coming back to that Pokemon Presents from September 12th, we got a box full of goodies in terms of Mega Evolutions. And surprisingly, I was hoping to get more Megas, but I was not expecting what we were getting on this Presents. And so we're going to discuss our thoughts on the reveals of not only the Megas, but also the designs and anything that we kind of want to bring up on this. So let's jump into this, shall we? During the Presents, we got a view of Mega Chestnaught, Mega Delphox, Mega Greninja, and then on the heels of that, there's DLC content which gets us Mega Raichu Y and Mega Raichu X. And man, oh man, I'm not gonna lie, I was digging the designs. So let's start off with Mega Chestnaught, guys. What do you guys think?
I'm not gonna design for it though.
Probably definitely the best one to be revealed out of all 5 of those.
I'm looking at the design and the fact that the armor is all white. He's holding that staff at one point. I just like, you shall not pass.
Yeah.
He's a brick wall.
Also, his Mega Evolution, they make him look like a king because he has a cape with it too.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. Yeah.
Yeah. And then his shoulder pad become a weapon too, which is very nice.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I mean, they didn't give us too much information as far as like abilities or anything like that, but I definitely dig the design. And yeah, now that you mention it, son, yeah, he definitely has that regal feel because he's got the flaps coming out the back, which looks like robes, and then the crest on his head looks like a clown.
Yeah, Slay King. Slay King.
Yeah, he definitely looks like a battle king. Overall, they kept with the standard design of Chestnaught, but they just kind of cranked that up to regal, and I like it.
Yeah, I really feel like it kind of like emphasizes like these Mega Evolutions for like the Kalos starters. It really feels like they just at least emphasize more on like what they were like based off of, right? Like the whole like warrior mage rogue trope. So like I find that like really pleasing to see.
Overall, in my opinion, he can be my new Mega from the Kalos starters.
Like, I'm so happy they finally got him too, you know?
Yeah, finally.
If you like the content, let us know down below. Share, like, subscribe, leave your comments, ask the questions. We're always listening. We're also on Blue Sky and X, Rumble, and on YouTube, as well as a Discord channel. All links are down below. And let's keep going. And the next one we got to see was Mega Delphox, which, look, I'm gonna be flat out honest. Delphox was my starter, but Kalos had probably one of the hardest choices as starters for me because, you know, the final evolutions of all 3 starters to me were amazing.
Yeah.
You know, but I always gravitate towards fire starters for some reason, and Delphox was no different. The hidden ability of it just sold it to me. I was like, nope, that's what I want. I want a hidden ability Delphox because that's just busted. But here, you know, you've got her standing on her broom this time, or on its broom, and it definitely keeps that witchy vibe. But I mean, the fact that now it's got extra missiles, I was kind of really surprised about, like the extra flying brooms around it.
No, I cast Fireball, Magic Missile.
Oh, I do like how they're all gonna have their own signature move too, which is gonna be very nice. If you look at the second picture of Delphox, it's like purple flame or something like that.
Yeah, so like that shield throw thing or that pauldron throw that like Chestnut has, and then plus this fire.
I think a signature ability is gonna allow you to confuse your opponent and burn them too.
Yeah, I mean, we probably won't find out about the abilities until like what they're home transferable, I think. So that's.
Well, I think they might actually be in Pokemon Legends EA, just because there's certain, I don't know, I'm not entirely sure if they're going to, but I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't though. Like they darkened up the edges for her, or for it. I always say her because it's very feminine looking, but it definitely gives that badass air around it between the darkening of the hands and the feet, the longer hairs on the sides. Like, it definitely, this design is definitely a step up from the final tier evolution of the original.
It's kind of like how I was saying earlier too, like the Mega evolutions really like emphasize like what the starters are based off of. But you can also kind of think of it this way too. It's kind of like, because when I looked at Chestnaught's design at first too, right? Like everybody was saying or what agreed upon that like Warrior is like the class for Chestnaught, right? It's like the fact that it Mega evolves and it turns like all like, you know, it turns like super white. It's still got the beard going. It looks like it's got a crown on. It's kind of like, oh, this is the warrior that went to go save the princess, married her, and he's now king, you know? Like, like that's the way I look at it, like in the Mega form. Like, it is now the king of the nation, or whatever, you know? Because, you know, it's got the cape and everything. And then, like, the Delphox, it's like, oh, yeah, you know, the Delphox just, after the battle with the BBEG, it just continued focusing on its magic, you know? And bam, look at that. It's got a broomstick now, and it's got, like, 2 more little broom missile things, too, now. It just became like a sage or something, you know?
Actually, it just hit me while we're discussing this. This reminds me of Black Clover, the Wizards of Black Clover. They're flying on their sword.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yes.
And then moving into Naruto territory, if I'm going to just keep up with the anime reference, we got Mega Greninja, and they show him on his Shuriken just kind of flying upside down on this thing, and it is wild. It's like, Ra said Shuriken! Okay, go Naruto, go.
I've been saying it. I hate the fact that it's upside down. It still looks cool and everything. I just do not like the fact that it's upside down. From what it looks like, it's gonna be majority of the time upside down. It's just like, ugh. Why? I get it. I get why. The theme for it still looks cool. I just don't like that it's upside down.
But now I have a question. I have a question for you guys. This is obviously going to connect to home. So we're going to have Mega Greninja Night. How will that work in conjunction with Battle Bond Greninja?
I actually feel, well, I mean, because like if it's just like any other Mega evolution, right? Like I feel like the abilities will change, right? So like that's just going to be a thing. But I also think like it's also part of like the whole retcon thing of like the Ash Greninja. So yeah, maybe that's what it is, right? So like Battle Bond, you know, the original Battle Bond Greninja like that you receive in Gen 7, it does turn into the Ash Greninja, right? After you get like a KO. So like I think the fact that they retcon that for like Gen 7, I don't know, Gen 8 and 9, or was it just Gen 9 specifically? I forget. The fact that they retcon the Ash Greninja form change is probably because of like, you know, like the Mega, right? So like it doesn't affect the Mega in any way, because like if it turned into Ash Greninja and then you Mega evolved it, they would probably have to like really like change up the design and how it looks. So they probably, that would be the biggest reason I would think of as to why they retconned it. Otherwise, maybe Mega Greninja will still keep Battle Bond as its ability. You just don't get the Ash Greninja.
Then they changed Battle Bond.
As of Gen 9, it still has Battle Bond ability.
Yeah, but they changed the way how it works.
Yeah, because I think you just get the stat boost instead, right? Like, and then there's no form change. So, like, I think that's like the thing for it. Sorry, when I meant retcon, they just retcon like Ash Greninja form in general for Battle Bond. My bad.
Now I like Greninja. They gave it love at the same time as stab it in the back because they did nuke Protean for the last generation.
Oh yeah, I know.
Because Protean used to be its hidden ability. Well, it's still its hidden ability, but it used to work that anytime you used an attack, it would automatically change out over to whatever that type is. But then they basically nuked Libro and Protean at the same time, and now it's whatever the first move you use. If it's a different typing, then it overrides your typing, but then you're stuck.
Yeah, this usage swap out.
But now I'm curious to know how the Mega form will interact between the Greninjas. Will it only work on the original one, or will it work for both?
I feel like it'll probably work on both. Like I said, if anything, it's just gonna be like an ability change, and the ability will just, or it'll just keep Battle Bond. Heck, you know what? Make Mega Greninja's ability when they release it original Protean.
Oh, I don't know. You guys know that? You know the 3 new Mega they show us the Kalos, right? So in order to get those Mega Stone, we're gonna have to do the online battle for it though.
Oh, really?
Yes. So like the battle boil thing, 4 player, yes, you have to do it. So like also John or mentioned that and yeah, season 1's gonna be Greninja, season 2 is gonna be Delphox, just now it's not. So you have to do it.
Yeah, so you have to, and it's not like a participation thing, like for most like of the event, like Pokemon that you can obtain. You actually have to place in a certain rank, I think. And like how Sun was saying, it is season 1, season 2, season 3. So what is that? That's like over the span of like 9 months. So it's like I gotta wait 9 months to get all 3 of these. That is ridiculous.
So we don't know it.
That is so.
I mean, I believe that's like how long a season might be. I mean, if it's based off of like the VGs. Because look at it, look, starting October 16, right? The schedule for this one.
Yes, the
And then-
release date. You have to do the online to get it.
Yeah.
But oh yeah, by the way, you only get one. You cannot get more than one though.
Man, this sounds alright.
You can attain these through a normal gameplay, Sally.
Okay, but your reward is just the Mega Stone itself. So like if you want to use these Pokemon in game, then yeah, there's that. Like that
You can't use that Mega until we get it.
is so lame. No, honestly, it's so dumb.
I know, I don't like you have they're gonna force me to do it.
That's a hard pass for me then.
Yeah, I'm probably not gonna do it.
That alone is a hard pass.
Oh, you guys should do it because I don't think it's gonna be that hard to get these Mega Stone. You might have to do maybe like 3 battles, so give or take, or just play it online in order to get it.
Yeah, that's why I'm hoping if it's like a rank thing, you just have to like place
Yes.
out. You just place like whatever's above the beginner tier, right?
Like I don't think it's being hot.
I don't care for this because there are people. Well, first off, number one, if Pokemon is supposed to be targeting younger children, the battle strategies doesn't come easy. That comes something with time. And if you're gonna make it as a rank up reward, you know what? That is terrible. That is such a terrible idea.
No, I think this is more of like the older audience though.
The thing is, it's not fair. That isn't fair though.
That's not fair.
Oh, I understand.
But I mean, but again, you know, blocking this behind battle ranks, this is stupid.
Yeah.
This is absolute trash.
I didn't know that.
As excited as I am about the forums, I know just how to get these Megastones. Nah, you know what?
There's no other way to attain it.
Yeah, there is. You wait, because eventually they're going to bring back the Megas and then just going to start handing you the stones all over again. They'll most likely do a DLC release, 6 months later, because they always do this. Hey, here's this reward that you can only get if you get the game now and start playing it now. Honestly, we've been through this rodeo so many times, and then them locking these behind.
Yeah, I don't watch it, but like I don't think it's gonna be that complicated.
It doesn't matter.
What is it like for like the VGC stuff, like unlocking like the shinies for like the other Pokemon, right? For like the legendary birds in this case, right? Technically participation stuff. You're just participating like what 3 battles and then you're done. You're it's like yo, I can just go into 3 battles and I don't even have to win. I don't gotta rank nothing. I could just like literally like just spam the A button, lose, maybe win, and then like that's 1 battle over, right? You just gotta do that like 3 times.
Yeah.
If you actually have to like rank in this one, then it's like that is kind of ridiculous. Like, let's be honest here. The reason they probably lock these Mega Stones behind that stuff is just so that people actually play that multiplayer game that they added into the game
Yeah,
itself.
they want people to do the online rank battle. That's why they didn't do it with Ninja Arches.
This is what I'm saying. Like they're constantly doing this kind of thing where they release a game. They say, hey, if you do this, within the first 4 months, you'll have a chance of getting this item, only to find out you wait about 6 to 9 months and all of a sudden you're getting a gift reward of the exact same item without having to do all the grind. And the Megastones, the Megastones are honestly on the same track. They're doing this now to get people to buy the game early so that they can get the sales numbers, but come 6 months down the road, they'll go ahead and give it as a gift. And if they don't do it in this game, then they'll do it for the next game that has Mega Evolutions on it. Because eventually, the fact that they're bringing Megas back means that there's at least in some form or fashion a way of getting those Megastones in a game. And remember, Champions is going to be the new platform for competitive, which means you're going to be able to buy these things on Champions.
Yeah.
But let's instead of just staying on a sour note here, let's move over to the DLC part of this of the announcement that came out, where you now have Mega Raichu Y and Mega Raichu X. And I'm gonna be honest, right off the bat, I'm not expecting that. But I'm also glad to see that they finally did something where you can see some influences of Gorochu, which has been a long time demanded.
Yeah.
I would also like to add that thank you, Raichu getting some love and not Pikachu. Thank you so much that Raichu's getting love.
Just so you guys know, they're both different color.
What are you talking about? Raichu now has 4 forms. Raichu got an alternate form.
Yeah. It's, I okay. This okay. Yeah, pretty sad moment that Alola home region, and I totally forget about Alola and Raichu. But I still stand by what I said. I am glad that Raichu got more love because I don't know how many hat Pikachus, costume Pikachus, Gigantamax Pikachus we got, and Raichu just got almost next to nothing compared to that. So I still kind of stand by it, right? No more love.
We don't have a lot of information, but you can definitely see elements of Gorochu in the Y version. There's elements of Gorochu. Here's Raichu Y, and if you compare that to this Gorochu here, you can definitely see the elements between the two. The longer tail in this one, but then you look at the mouth and the face of this one and compare it to Gorochu, you definitely see that Gorochu connection. Even the lightning bolts on the ears and the tails have that funky lightning bolt look. And when we got the 2 different evolutions, so for Charizard and for Mewtwo, they both went one special, one physical.
Yep.
So it's safe to assume that that's going to be the case here, where one of them is going to be a special attacker, probably X from the looks of it, and Y is going to be the brawler type.
Yeah.
But I could be wrong.
Yeah, they could totally throw us for a loop, and it's actually Swap.
Yeah. Actually, I'm sorry. I think X is going to be the brawler type because that one definitely has more elements of Gorochu in it.
I don't know the X.
And in the if I remember correctly, Gorochu was supposed to be a physical style electric user. It was basically Zeraora before Zeraora.
Yeah.
Hashtag Gorochu Gente.
Now, we don't have any information on the 2 new versions of Raichu, but I'm just looking at the ears, and I'm trying to figure something out. How are they going to? Is this just going to be for standard Raichu, or is Alolan Raichu going to get alternate forms as well? Because it would kind of suck if only one form got one and not the other.
Honestly, that is the question, because on Showdown, I've said it many a times, you can get Galarian Slowbro and Mega Evolve it into Mega Slowbro. So if it's Showdown logic, you can probably use Alolan Raichu to turn into Mega Raichu X or Y.
No,
Well,
Sally you can't do it though.
To be fair, Galarian Slowbro came out well after the Mega Evolution thing, so I'm actually hoping that they kind of course correct on some of the Pokemon that should get Mega Evolutions because they have Mega Evolutions. So, Alolan Raichu, Galarian Slowbro should get Mega forms as well.
Yeah, where's our Mega Slowking too, huh? Where's our Mega Slowking too?
The fact that Hoopa is in this image is leading me to think that Hoopa's going to get a Mega Evolution as well.
Oh,
Yeah, maybe.
yeah.
Because we don't have enough legendaries with Mega Evolutions, apparently.
No, because I was just gonna say, the fact that the DLC itself is called Mega Dimension, that leads me to believe just by looking at the title, it's gonna be another alternate dimension kind of thing. So I feel like the Mega Raichus that are being introduced here are not common or are not in the regular dimension for Pokemon, so to speak. And then them showing up is because they are from a different dimension that has the Mega Raichus. That's what I'm thinking anyways. And then by that logic, maybe we'll get even more I'm pretty sure they'll drop more than just the Mega Raichus for the DLC. I feel like there's at least 1 or 2 more.
No, we're getting way more though. Otherwise, they won't call it Mega Dimension Form.
No, yeah.
Yeah, so from according to Cerebi, the forms that we are looking at are both for regular Raichu and not for Alolan Raichu.
No. It's been confirmed they will be able to be after Pokemon update next year. They can be transferred into ZA. So
I'm just like I said, I'm just trying to figure out how they're doing this, and
also, just so you guys know, everyone will have to beat the game, the base game, in order to access the DLC. Because you
Okay.
can't just play it like how you with Gen 8 and Gen 9. No. So yep. I know it's not in the trailer or on the website yet. Right, Pokemon transfer with the Pokemon update, you cannot transfer back to the previous, by the way. Okay, what I mean is let's say for example, you transfer the Alarm Raichu with your Pokemon update, because they mentioned that you cannot transfer. Once you transfer any Pokemon from Pokemon Home, like from the older game to the ZA, they're not allowed to transfer back into the other game though.
Yeah, I
Wait.
don't understand why they did that. Honestly, they kind of just went back on what they were saying.
are you kidding me?
No,
But
They made this whole hullabaloo about being able to transfer in and out, and now you're telling me that in with Pokemon ZA, if you transfer Pokemon into ZA, you can't get them out?
yeah,
yes, that's correct. That's what I'm saying. Once you transfer, you can. There's no way to undo it.
Well, I mean, you can't get them out of home, I guess, if anything. You can't transfer them back to any other game.
So if you look at this picture, you have Alarm Raichu, then the Galarian Slowpoke, what's his name, and Udra and Avalon. Yeah, why they do that, I don't understand.
It's like them saying, "Oh yeah, we just went back on what we said before." So yeah, good luck, everybody.
That's why you have to be careful when you transfer into Pokemon update from any of the older to ZA though.
I don't think they like explained why it's like that, right? So like it's got to be some kind of thing that's maybe coming up soon, or like maybe it has to do with Gen 10. I don't know.
Well,
Still,
I think it's because of the language. They might add because also John mentioned that about it, so we did it.
Maybe it has something to do with the fact that since this game is a cross-platform game with being on Switch and Switch 2, there might be a compatibility issue hardware-wise.
Yep.
That sucks, because that means that you don't want to push any of your Pokemon that you already have into ZA, because then you won't be able to play them in the mainline games. That's so gross. That sucks so bad. That's disheartening to find out that you cannot transfer Pokemon into ZA and then back out into an older game. So be mindful, if you are going to be dragging a Pokemon into ZA, that you do not drag something that you are going to want to play in the other mainline games, since apparently there's a compatibility issue with the new one coming out.
There's one more thing they haven't shown us, whether we're gonna get Mega or Regional Evolution for the final evolution for ZA though, like the starters. So, which we will wait and see. So
They've been tiptoeing around that one, haven't they? Your chosen starters.
yeah, I'm talking about Chikorita, Totodile, and Tippy.
Yeah, they've been tiptoeing around that one, but I think Unseelie nailed that one cold in the episode that we did where we discussed who was going to turn into what, because they low-key dropped that in the raids. If you go back and check the raids for those specific Pokemon,
Yeah.
the raids were all a different typing of what their original ones were. And with that, brings this episode to an end. Any speculations on your end? Because honestly, I'm curious to know what our fans are thinking as far as other megas that might show up. So let us know down below. And as always, see you in the next video.